How to succeed at meaningful work fast. Hey, Sensei Sarah here with another incredible insights episode for every introverted personal trainer who wants to enjoy a sense of meaning and purpose in your work, find your voice and your value without having to suffer clients that just don't get it. So, here's this week's incredible insights. Insight number one: acknowledge who you are. Now, as introverts, we much prefer to have meaningful conversations than suffer through endless chit chat about trivial nothingness. And the same applies to our work. The problem is that most introverts are so busy focusing on other people that sometimes we don't even know what is meaningful to us. And even if we do, it's not likely. I mean, it is likely, we know it in our bones, but we have never tried to verbalize it. And the frustration comes from when we know what's meaningful to us, but we don't seem to get the clients that match. Or if we do, it's more by chance than on purpose. Now, in my role as an avatar coach, I've worked with countless business owners all across the world who are struggling to identify their ideal customer. And most of their struggle comes from the fact that they see their business through a certain lens, but never communicate that lens to anyone else, which means that they find it difficult to find the customers who they are best suited to help. And as introverted personal trainers, if we can identify and then communicate what is meaningful to us, then we'll never be able to have those deep connections or relationships with our clients because they just won't get it. So, insight number two: get comfortable saying no. Now, putting other people first is both a blessing and a curse as an introverted personal trainer. It's a blessing because when we take on our clients, we give them our all, which they absolutely love. But it's a curse because we often make assumptions about how other people might feel before we take action. And those assumptions are sometimes wrong. And saying no to people is often one of those times when those assumptions are wrong because we assume that people will be offended if we don't take them on as our clients. And I suppose if we were to make some kind of flat refusal with no explanation, they might. But when we say things like, I'm sorry, I'm not taking on new customers right now, or I get the best results with my clients who are looking to achieve this specific result, or we can offer them an alternative, people might be disappointed, but they'll make other arrangements. So taking on clients that don't find meaning in what we do or aren't looking for the things that you can best deliver are likely to drain your energy, waste your time, and ultimately be very unfulfilling. So saying no to them is the kindest thing you can do for them and you. And as introverts, we're really good at reading people. So it's likely that you'll have a really good sense of whether you'll enjoy working with them or not pretty quickly. And it's much easier to turn them down at the start than try to get rid of them later. Yes, voice of experience there. So insight number three is protect your number. Now, you know that you've only got a certain amount of energy that you can give to being around other people. You also know that when you commit to something, you give it everything. So the clients who are lucky enough to work with you will get the very best of who you are and what you do. But that's really tiring. So there's no way that you could fill your diary with 20 sessions a week and still live a fulfilling, happy, and relaxed life outside of work. That's exactly why having a manageable number of one-to-one clients each week and sticking to it is the secret of your success. And you must protect that number at all costs. And it can be tempting to squeeze one more client in or bend a little bit when someone says, oh, can you just? But if your number is whether it's 10 or 5 or even just 1, you must not overextend your people energy. And I know many trainers freak out at this point thinking, but I can't live on 5 sessions a week. And that might be true. But this is where having a variety of options in your business can be super helpful. So if you can refer someone to something like a pre-written training program that they can follow at home, maybe with email support, you can still help them achieve their goals while you're protecting your own energy levels. So here's what I'd like you to take away from this incredible insights episode. Let's face it, if you take on clients who you don't deeply connect with and you don't create boundaries to protect yourself, the only person that will suffer is you. People will always take what you give them and probably ask for more as well. But it's up to you who gets the full force of your insight, generosity, and care. And not everyone is special enough to deserve it. So if you really want to make this work for you, take a couple of minutes and check out my brand new Ultimate Energy and Confidence Whoosh Planner for introverted personal trainers at kickasspt.com/whoosh, so you can enjoy a sense of meaning and purpose in your work, find your voice and your value effortlessly without having to suffer the clients that don't get it. So I'm Sensei Sarah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.